market by leveraging AI. These are some strategies that attorneys and law firms can use to grow their practice. So first of all, let me introduce you to AI and how it relates to the actual legal field. Well, first of all, AI is artificial intelligence, it's machine learning, and you probably have heard about it a lot in the news. Everything from Chat GPT to um, Stable Diffuser to Midjourney to all these other solutions that are out there. And now it's being integrated into Google with the search. It's being integrated into Office from Microsoft and several other solutions out there. Now, what does that mean for the legal field? Well, there's companies like uh, let's see, Speed Legal that actually can look at contracts and agreements and evaluate good and the bad and best practices of agreements and contracts. There's other solutions that actually allow attorneys to look up information and uh, basically make any type of recommendations and decisions based off of that. That saves them a lot of time, a lot of research time. There's administrative AI out there that can help you with scheduling, can help you with documentation, can help you with drafting, coming up with any type of briefs or depositions that you have to come up with. So there's several different ways that law firms can actually leverage AI to save you time, to be very efficient, and help your practice in the day-to-day operations. Also, you can leverage AI to help grow your business. So there are ways that you can leverage AI to help you with the search, showing up in the search engines and driving traffic. You can leverage AI in helping you with your ads, creating the ads, managing the ads, getting the most out of your advertisement. You can leverage AI in your communication, whether it's your email communication or text message communication. You can leverage AI in helping with managing that and personalizing that experience. You can also help your company, your practice with leveraging AI and automation to tie it all together in all your different marketing of your business and advertising your business, tie it all together and make them work together, be very cohesive. So that those are some of the ways that you can leverage AI to help grow your practice. Now, as far as understanding how AI works within the legal marketing arena, first you have to understand that this artificial intelligence is typically requiring you as an expert in law to guide it on what it needs to do. This isn't something that is like a plug and play where you just turn it on and it automatically knows your business, it automatically knows your audience, it automatically knows the law, it automatically knows how to market you and how to run your business. This isn't somebody that just comes in and then automatically takes over your business. Though we've seen a lot of sci-fi and we think that the machines are that intelligent, it needs to be trained. So it needs experts in the different areas to train it. But once it's trained, it works in autopilot. So it will still need your human intelligence. It still needs your insights, and it still needs your data. So one of the key things is making sure that it's set up with the proper data to analyze and to learn from, and then having the proper people in place to train it in their areas of expertise so it will be able to carry out the task, provide the insights and the information to move forward to the next step. And like I said, once it's trained, then it'll work in autopilot. But the heavy lifting is up front to go ahead and train it. and to train it how your business works. That's why having the data pulled in is very important. Having the experts specify this is how we do it in our practice in our firm. This is our company culture. This is some of the cases that we represent, how we represent it. Here's some of the concerns of our actual clients. These are some of the benefits that we provide to those concerns and so forth. So, as far as benefits of AI in the legal market, to be honest, it saves a whole lot of time and it cuts a whole lot of your expenses. When it comes to saving time, just scheduling an appointment can take, a lot of time for your team. This can do it in matter of minutes. And it can automate that whole process to where your team members don't have to actually interact with your leads. It'll actually go get them on your calendar. It'll qualify them. It'll take care of all of that without your team being involved. A lot of the administrative work on the back end, the follow-ups, the documentation that needs to be provided can be taken care of automatically. As it comes to a lot of the research your paralegal or legal assistant that would need to do. It helps speed that process up. A lot of the administrative work that you need to do to actually create the documents for filing, it can take care of a lot of that. And again, when it comes to your marketing and sales, it can automate the majority of that process from the lead generation to taking care of qualifying them to actually getting them in the office, invoicing them, and collecting payment from them. It can automate that whole process for you to where you're not spending hours um, doing that per client. It just takes care of it automatically, and you can do what you do best, which is represent your clients in the court of law. Now, as far as some strategies I would recommend for your law firm is basically one, you want to, again, train it on how you conduct business in your practice so it understands your business, it understands your actual clients, their needs. Two, another thing that I would say for strategy would be to set up to where your automation has predictive marketing. So you want to predict what the next steps would be and go ahead and put those tasks in place, put the content in place, have everything in place so you can automate it. And this is based on predictions. And that's why it's so important to pull in your data. That's why it's so important to have you involved up front so it knows and can predict what to do next. And so now that you've done that, you can now uh, set up the actual automation machine, the AI machine, to be an arm of your business, to be like an employee. Think of it like this: you would not hire a new paralegal or legal assistant. You wouldn't even hire a receptionist and not tell them anything about your business, not train them on what their task is would be to do, not inform them on where to go to find different sources of information in order to carry out their day-to-day tasks. Same thing with AI. Strategy would be find out more about your company, right? Identify your audience and their needs. Um, Train the AI to know that, give the AI a list of things that you want, expectations that you have, and then after that, then we fine tune how the AI provides you the results, automating the process and tasks that need to be in place, and then fine tuning as we go until it's to perfection. And as it's perfected, letting it go from there. So you want to do that, whether it's your day-to-day process of what your team has to do in the office, all the way to your advertising. As you advertise, you wanted to know about your business, about your audience, what type of ads, whether it's video ads, it's text ads, it's image ads, where to advertise, what your budget looks like. It can take care of all of it, but you need to bring in the information it needs to do its job. So setting that up is so important up front, and now it can run better for you and bring you a higher return. Now, one thing to keep in mind would be AI is here. It's like the internet was when the internet first came to the market. It's like apps when they first came to the market, websites when they first came to the market. It's here to stay. It's integrated into the fabric of business now. And either you can get on board now or you can get on board later. And as you've seen with the other revolutions in business, those that waited to get on board paid so much more. It cost so much more in lost revenue, so much more in a competitive advantage as they waited longer and longer. Same thing with AI. Either you can say, well, we've always done business this way, and I'm afraid of AI. I don't want to get involved with it and wait 4, 5, 6 years down the road and try to catch up with your competitors, or you can get on board now and have a competitive advantage. Because as it grows and gets more advanced, it's going to be more and more difficult to master it. If you're on board now, it's easier to master it, train it now, and then have it build upon what you've already trained it to do. AI is not one of the type of solutions that you just put in one time and forget type of thing. It grows. That's why it's called a learning machine, right? It's a large learning machine. It learns as it goes. So the more you use it, the better it serves you, the better results it brings back, the better spending it does on your advertisement. It gets more efficient as you work with it longer. And so if you're waiting late to get to the game, you don't have that competitive advantage. Now, like I said, it saves you a lot of your time so you can be more efficient at tasks that are um, more pertinent to your job. You can do what really matters versus a lot of the busy work. And so with that, if you can focus more on the more important things with your business, think about how fast you can scale and grow your business versus you spending and wasting a lot of time on things that don't matter as much. So that gives you a competitive advantage as well. Also, another thing is since it does pull from so many different sources of information, you can now have a competitive look inside of your competitors that will give you that advantage because you got an inside track and a crystal ball of how to position yourself above your competitors. And you don't have to spend a lot of money with research firms, and you don't have to spend a lot of time trying to figure it out yourself and spending a lot of money with others providing you this information. You can really streamline that whole process to give you a competitive advantage. How can you outrank your competitors on the search engines? How can you better advertise in the advertisement channels above your competitors? How can you provide better customer experience for your clients? How can you manage your reputation better? How can you build out a faster, leaner process when dealing with your customers? Those type of competitive advantages you can definitely do with AI. So, in conclusion, AI is here. It's not going anywhere. There's so many tools that you can use in the legal field. I didn't touch on naming a bunch of different resources out there. We can get into that as we work together, or if you're a part of one of my cohorts, small groups, we get into the different tools because it's based on your practice and your practice's needs. There are a bunch of tools. I am not a fan of uh, getting caught into the shiny object syndrome, to where every time there's a new shiny object out there, you get distracted and lack focus because you want to chase all the tools out there. I have done it. I've seen clients do it, to where every single tool out there, you're just chasing it and you're not doing any work. You're not doing anything productive. You're just looking at the newest tools out there. So that's why in this presentation, I didn't mention a whole lot of tools. There are a lot of tools that you can use to grow your practice. And as we go further, I can specify which tools do what and actually teach you how to use the tools as they work with your practice. So if you want to be a part of that, I do have a cohort that's coming up you can apply for, and I'm taking a handful of attorneys and actually showing them how they can grow their law firm, teaching them how to leverage AI, how to use it, what tools to use, um, how to speak the language, which they call prompting, but how to speak the language to speak to AI, and then how to set up your own automated system. Walking you through from A to Z of setting up your system. And the takeaway from that is after all of that, you will have your AI trained, you'll have your automated system put into place, and then you can then move to the next stage, which is doing what you do best, letting the automated system take care of all the busy work. So thanks once again for attending this. Hopefully you've learned something from it and saw some value in it, and I look forward to talking with you very soon.